Hey, team, welcome back to the latest podcast. Now, we have got something that's going to get a lot of attention. I would have thought it's getting a lot of attention right now. And I'm sure it might trigger some people, but bear with me. I've got a level headed approach to this. So I want you to listen to the whole damn thing. Okay. We're talking Mounjaro. All right. We're talking fat loss jabs, skinny jabs, all that stuff that you see in the news. You might be trying it yourself. And I'm just going to go into a bit of depth about it in terms of where it can be good, where it can be bad, and all the jazz surrounding this topic, which is a bit of a hot topic right now. So you may have friends who are on it. You may have friends talking about it. You might be interested in using it yourself, or you've seen influencers pushing it as the kind of next miracle weight loss jab. And let me be clear, okay? For the right person, it can be life-changing. But for the wrong person, it can just be another shiny quick fix that ends in a lot of frustration. So today I want to kind of give you guys the full picture, what it is, why it can help, but also why it isn't the magic solution that people think it is. All right? Really important lesson. So Mounjaro is the brand name for tirzepatide. I've been practicing that word, tirzepatide, which is a type of injection designed to help people with type 2 diabetes. But it's now also being used for drastic weight loss as well. Now, it works by mimicking hormones in the body, GLP-1 and GIP, which are involved in regulating blood sugar and appetite. Okay, a bit sciencey here, but bear with me. Basically, it helps you feel fuller for longer, slows down how fast food leaves your stomach, and reduces your cravings. And the results of this are people are losing serious amounts of weight on it. So we're talking 5, 6, 7 stone in some of the most extreme cases. So for someone who's obese, maybe struggling with mobility, maybe dealing with type 2 diabetes, it can be absolutely life-changing. And it can literally open a door for better health, more movement, and a new lease of life where you enjoy life more. So that is the sole purpose of the drug initially, okay? But here's the big but surrounding all of this. And this is where it gets a bit more real and a little bit more worrying in my expert opinion. To be honest, I feel there's too many people looking at Mounjaro as a bit of a shortcut without really addressing the fundamentals of good health, wellness, fitness, losing body fat first and foremost. So this is the thing, yeah? The jab doesn't replace lifestyle. It doesn't mean you can keep eating junk food, never move your body, and somehow just wake up with shredded abs. If you don't nail the basics, then the second you stop taking it, guess what's going to happen? The weight is just going to come back on. It's going to pile back on. And not only that, it can mess up your relationship with food even more because you start relying on a needle instead of learning how to manage your nutrition, your exercise, and your habits for long-term health and wellness. Now, the fundamentals are always going to be the same. Yeah. The boring shit we talk about. We're talking about daily movement, which is aiming for around 8 to 12,000 steps. Somewhere in between that magic marker will be good. Drinking enough water. 2 to 3 liters a day would be awesome, okay? Prioritizing protein at every meal so your body can build and maintain muscle tissue and speed up your metabolism. And then you're adding in regular training on top of that as well, whether that's lifting weights, doing cardio, going for swims, whatever it is that you can enjoy and you can stick with, because that is going to be sustainable, all right? Now, if you skip these things and go straight to the jab, you're setting yourself up for a little bit of disappointment, I'm afraid, because the jab might get the weight off, but it won't keep it off without installing those habits into your life. And that's why it's so important. So if you do go on the jab, you need to do this and make sure you're training well, eating well, drinking enough water, being active, as well as being on the jab. If you are really, really overweight and you can't really move much to start with, then the jab is going to be a great way to pull your body weight down so you can start moving more freely and there's less pain on the joints and less strain on the cardiovascular system. So here's how I want you to think about all of this, right? If you're someone who is genuinely obese, maybe you've tried everything, maybe your health is at serious risk and your doctor's prescribed it, then the jabs, Mounjaro, is exactly what you need, okay? It could be the tool to help you really break through that barrier that you need to open up the doors to a healthier, happier life. It could give you breathing space to build confidence, to get moving again. And it could be the way you can start taking back control. But if you're someone who just wants to drop a stone before a holiday and you're ignoring all the basics, then honestly, you are papering over the cracks. That's the long and short of it. Now, the jab doesn't teach you how to plan your meals. It doesn't teach you how to build consistency. It doesn't teach you or give you the mental tools to deal with stress without reaching for food. And those are the things that will actually give you results for life. Because if you don't learn those skills, you'll end up back at square one the second that you stop. So to wrap all of this up, yeah, Mounjaro isn't the villain at all, but it's also not a superhero. It's a tool. And like any tool, it only works when you use it alongside fundamental basic skills. So my advice would be this: don't chase the shortcut, build the basics first. So movement, water, protein, training, recovery thrown into the mix as well there. And if those things are already nailed and you and your doctor decide it's right for you, then absolutely cool. It can be part of your picture. I've got no qualms with that at all, honestly. But if you're skipping the work and hoping the injection will solve everything, you're in for a bit of a rough ride, and you're in for a bit of a rude awakening further down the line, because it doesn't resolve everything. All right. So look into it this way. I know it isn't sexy to just talk about the boring basics. I know it isn't as sexy as just saying, oh, here's a jab, lose 10 stone. But I promise you, the people who build the habits first and the people who build the habits anyway are the ones that keep the weight off for good. Honestly, guys, I cannot stress that enough. Build these habits, learn these habits, make them part of your life, integrate them into your life, and you will never look back. You will feel insane, you will look insane, and you'll live a healthy, happy, confident life without the need for going to a fat loss jab. So hopefully this has made sense. Like I said, I'm not trying to annoy anybody by doing this podcast, but I just wanted to get the facts out there as to why it's here, the jab is here, who it's for. And if you are on it, you need to be combining it with certain elements of your life, but also don't use it as a quick fix. If you're looking to lose a bit of weight to go on holiday, or you want to just lose a bit of weight because you've been struggling to do so for a little bit of time, then you need to be looking at the fundamentals and getting them nailed first and foremost. Okay. So thank you very much for tuning in today. If you found this useful, make sure you subscribe to the podcast. That would be great. I would really appreciate it. I put out loads of like non-bullshit advice every single week, so you can cut through all that fluff and kind of finally build a body that you actually want long-term. Okay. Share this with a friend if you feel they need it. Share it with anyone if you feel they would need it. And guys, thank you for tuning in. Take care, and I'll speak to you even in the next one.